y azul Malaguedo. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Amy Schumer.
Amy, your turn.
I don't know how I'm gonna follow these. They were so good. You guys are really brave. Thanks for trusting. One time I had sex with this guy and we couldn't find the condom. So 3 days later, I found out it was attached to my cervix. It had been like kind of pounded up there. And so I Googled, what do I do, right? So it said, just kind of bear down, and just fish it out, like with, make your finger a hook. So I just, like hooked my finger like this, and then just kind of bared down and just got it out of there.
I let Tim and his brothers tag team me on Christmas morning. You know what? It was wonderful.
I like her.
That happened to me once. No, I didn't tag team anybody. I had sex with a girl, and the condom, we're like, uh-oh, where'd it go? And then she went up in there, and a minute later, it was fine. We had ice cream. It was a really nice date. Amy Schumer, I think, is really funny, okay? No bullshit, okay? A lot of people always rip on her for some reason. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I think a lot of people out there, especially guys, are very intimidated by a funny woman, okay? Guys, we've been talking about her dicks and making fun of it for fucking years. There's nothing wrong with a woman making fun of her pussy, making, squirt jokes and all that shit. And who cares? You know what I mean? It's 2022, okay? If a woman can't make fun of her hoo-ha, then who can? Exactly. So, this podcast, I would like to talk about the lovely and funny and talented Amy Schumer. And with the help of Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because free is awesome. I assume by January 2023, we will hit a recession. It's going to get really cold. It's going to be just great. So, without further ado, let's begin. Amy Beth Schumer, born June 1st, 1981, is an American stand-up comedian and actress. She ventured into comedy in the early 2000s before appearing as a contestant on the 5th season of the NBC reality competition series Last Comic Standing in 2007. From 2013 to 16, she was the creator, co-producer, co-writer, and star of the Comedy Central sketch comedy series Inside Amy Schumer, for which she received a Peabody Award and was nominated for 5 Primetime Emmy Awards, winning Outstanding Variety Sketch Series in 2015. Schumer wrote and made her film debut in a starring role in Trainwreck, for which she received nominations for the Writers Guild of America Award for Best Original Screenplay and the Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, Motion Picture Comedy or Musical. I've said this before, and I'll probably say it again in the future. Why do they group comedy and musical together? I have no fucking clue. Should be their own thing. I don't get it. Who knows? She published a memoir in 2016, The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo, which held the top position on the New York Times nonfiction bestseller list for 2 weeks. The same year, she was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards, for Best Comedy Album for Amy Schumer, Live at the Apollo, and Best Spoken Word Album for The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo. In 2018, she starred in the comedy film I Feel Pretty, oh so pretty, and garnered a Tony Award for Best Actress in a Play nomination for her Broadway debut in Meteor Man. I'm kidding. Nobody saw that one. Meteor Shower. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. To me, she seems like a catch. So I don't understand why people rip on her. Again, there's a lot of guys that are, what do you call it, pussies. And, they just don't know how to handle a woman like this. And I don't mean handle as in, you should control a woman or whatever. I mean handle in the sense, not be threatened by a woman that can actually handle her own shit, who can kick ass in every aspect, basically, in the Hollywood business. Okay? Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, it's 2022. Grow the fuck up, okay? This isn't Mad Men, And let's be honest, as a side note, Mad Men, Peggy, the whole point of her character was to show that if a woman like that existed in this day and age, she'd be kicking ass. She would be Donald Draper, okay? So always keep that in mind. Just saying, I get it. I get it. Do you get it? I get it. Anyways, I like to go to fascinate.com, which always helps me out with great facts about people. But before I list up a bunch of facts about Amy Schumer, she's been quoted as saying this: boxing is like stand-up. Getting hit in boxing really made me feel stronger as a stand-up, because it's like having your worst fears happen to you. That gives you power, because you're no longer scared of it happening anymore. You got hit and it hurt, but you're okay. It's true. You get up there, you take your lickings and just keep on ticking. That was shit. The point is, honestly, guys, you go up there, have fun, If they boo you, who gives a shit, okay? Did you see that, the one woman that got the beer thrown at her? What'd she do? She picked it up like a champ, drank it. She showed up on Jimmy Kimmel, boom, killed it. That's it, Who cares? Trump supporters, we all know they're idiots. So, here's some facts. Amy Schumer was born on June 1st, 1981 in Manhattan, New York City, New York, USA, obviously, as Amy Beth Schumer. She has a young sister, Kim Caramelli. Is it Caramel or Caramelli? Because there's an E at the end, so I don't know how to... I think I said both. Who is a comedy writer and producer. And a brother, Jason Stein, who is a musician in Chicago, Illinois. There you go. Talent runs in the family. Schumer's favorite comedians are Judy Gold, Jessica Kirson, or Kirson? One of those. My bad. Wendy Lieberman, Sarah Silverman. I always liked her too. I always liked Sarah Silverman. She told a funny joke one time. What'd she say? She said something like, I blew a Mexican like a week ago, and I've had the shits ever since. It's something like that. I don't know. She's funny. Margaret Cho and Ellen DeGeneres. She also got to work with another favorite, Jerry Seinfeld, when she appeared as a guest on his internet series Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee in 2014. There you go. Not a bad lineup. Amy crushes it on Twitter. There's a reason she has more than 4.4 million followers. I'll be honest with you, I don't give a shit about Twitter. Who cares? Fuck social media. Just call me, okay? You got my number. I made a podcast about it. If you got any opinions out there, just go ahead, okay? Don't be a Malaka. Support a Malaka. Schumer is the daughter of Sandy Schumer and Gordon Schumer. Her father was born to a Jewish family, and Amy's mother converted to Judaism. Amy went to Hebrew school and had a bar mitzvah ceremony. Cool. They did B-A-T, and then it's a space, then it's mitzvah. I thought it was one word. I didn't know that, so cool. Cool. Her younger sister, Kim, is her road manager. Okay, now you got to be careful with that. Now, obviously, at this point, look, it would have not worked if, whatever. But I'm just saying, family and business, it's hard to, kind of mesh in there together. The ironic thing is, I think Brie Larson, her mother, I think, is her manager allegedly, and then she played Amy's sister in Trainwreck, which is the clip I played before. So, you know, there you go. I'm full of useless facts. It doesn't matter. Comedy co-writer and associate producer. She often walks the red carpets with her sister. She's a constant figure on her sister's Instagram, usually with the hashtag road manager. And Trainwreck, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. They just said what I just said, so don't worry. I beat you to it fast, Nate. Yeah, there's a similar look. I mean, she's got brown hair. Yeah, I kind of like, yeah, there's a little resemblance there. When Schumer photobombed Kim Ye at the Time 100 Gala 2015 in New York by falling face down on the red carpet in their path, she was wearing a David Meester. Hey, Meester. I sound like the cabbie from Pulp Fiction. Outfit. Did I say that right? Who knows? Schumer said that she saw them and asked her publicist if she could pretend to fall. Schumer and Kim Ye, fuck, I hate that. Thank God we don't have to say that anymore. Were attending the event for being named Time's 100 most influential people in the world. Well, Kanye's views on Jews, I don't think they would consider that anymore. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I don't know. You see the picture online there. I thought it was good. Yeah, she just fell in front there. Just, listen, any chance that you have of ruining a millionaire's moment, it's okay with me. Okay, just, keep it classy, red carpet. You're all set. Claims to have kept detailed journals of every day of her life between the ages of 13 and 23. Yeah, back then they would have what was it called? The Trapper Keeper? Remember that shit? Yeah. I know. The world sucked without before cell phones. I don't know. What are you gonna do? A source that provided her with much of the material used in her 2016 book, The Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo. She explains that her comedy is unapologetic and fearless. Like, sometimes you'll wind up having condomless sex, which, let's be honest, always feels better. I'm just kidding. Use condoms. Wink. With someone that you probably shouldn't. I'm interested in sharing that part of myself unapologetically. There you go. Oof. Ugh, skills. So that other people will hopefully feel better. Yeah, it's true. Just be honest. And that's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of people don't like Amy Schumer because she's brutally honest. I got news for you guys. These are the best kind of people. Okay? They never bullshit. They always give you a straight answer. But a lot of people can't handle the truth. I've always said, everybody wants the truth, but there's such a small percentage of people that can actually handle it. Okay? They're called jerk-offs. On training for her title role in her sitcom, Inside Amy Schumer, Schumer was quoted saying, "Maybe I don't need to do anything. They asked me to star in a movie. Am I maybe gorgeous? I think every girl has this little secret suspicion. But then my stunt double was a guy." That's funny. I don't remember that many stunts in that movie. I don't know. Maybe when she put her arms out, doing the walk of shame there on the Staten Island ferry. I don't know, just in case maybe, I don't know, they didn't want her to fall or something. I don't know. I thought that was funny, but who knows? Schumer has received 35 nominations and won 17 awards. Some of her awards include an Emmy for Outstanding Variety Sketch Series for Inside Amy Schumer, as well as Ellie's Woman of the Year in 2015. Schumer also won a Hollywood Film Award in 2015 for Comedy of the Year for Trainwreck. Great movie. I'll get into that in a little bit. In her early years, Schumer's life was defined by her father's success. I built suspense there. I don't know why. I was looking at something else. The family's fortunes quickly changed when their father was struck by multiple sclerosis. Oh shit, sorry to hear that. The business went bankrupt, and shortly after moving the family to Long Island, Schumer's parents divorced. Her father's physical deterioration and the resulting change to her family's status greatly affected Schumer and her approach to life. Shit. Oh, man. They got a picture here, too. Poor guy. Oh, shit. I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. I recently found that I got, officially, I got arthritis. So, obviously it's not as bad, but I don't know. We'll see in the future. Who knows? But, yeah, I hope he's all right, honestly. I don't know. Every family's got to go through shit, and believe me, she's killed it. So yeah, her father must be very proud of her for sure. The 1999 senior class at Long Island Southside High School bestowed two super relatives. There we go. On Schumer, class clown, and teacher's worst nightmare. Sounds like my dream girl. Although the first one might seem obvious, Schumer explained that the second one was a bit misleading. She said, half my teachers, like my English teacher and my history teacher, were shocked because if it was a class I was really interested in, I would just listen and be attentive and was a good member of the class, Schumer said. But if it was a class that I struggled or I felt wasn't, like business law, I remember those are the classes I would kind of act up in. Fuck, it sounds like me. Listen, school sucks. Let's just be honest, okay? Unless you're gonna, I don't know, take it seriously. Once you hit high school, it's basically just a babysitter. Like at a certain point in high school, you basically know what you want to do. You just gotta ride this shit out, and she did. People still thought she was funny, and smart people usually get bored. What do? They do other shit. Of course, if you're bored in class, you're gonna act up. So it's no surprises there. Can't blame her for that. It's just school sucks. Her first national exposure came in 2007 when she placed fourth on NBC's Last Comic Standing. In 2011, Schumer released her debut stand-up album, Cutting, and gained more recognition after killing it on the Comedy Central roast of Charlie Sheen. A year later, Comedy Central gave her the platform for her first comedy special, mostly sex stuff. Now, I'll be honest with you, I've only seen clips here and there of her stand-up. I'm probably not going to review that because I haven't seen it, but I don't know. From what I saw, it looked pretty funny, but again, she's being accused of stealing shit and whatever, and I'm going to get into that in a little bit, so just, hold your horses, okay? All right? Come on, just, be patient. It's Monday. Schumer told Entertainment Weekly that she was inspired to write Trainwreck when she was falling in love with a guy and scared out of her mind. She went on to explain that Judd Apatow, obviously, genius, and I talked about how all these defense mechanisms that get you through things start to bite you in the ass. I was trying to sabotage the relationship because I was afraid of getting hurt. Join the club. Sometimes we just, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've fucked up on purpose. Both on purpose and probably psychologically, just to get out of a relationship, because, I'm a guy and, I don't know, I'm an idiot. But, you learn from your mistakes, and then eventually you find someone that you like, and there you go. You don't fuck up as much. You still fuck up, but you don't fuck up as much, and, they're more forgiving, if they really like you, and, it's nice. It's a nice little feeling, You're a guy. Women fuck up too, don't get me wrong, but guys, holy shit, do we fuck up. Schumer has not been afraid to leverage her celebrity to send light on important causes to her. In August 2015, she teamed up with her cousin, Senator Schumer. It's got a good ring to it. Senator Schumer. to push for a new gun control legislation on Capitol Hill. I assume that's not going well. For Schumer, the issue became personal after a mentally ill gunman killed 2 people and wounded 9 others at a Lafayette, Louisiana movie theater that was showing Trainwreck. Oh, shit. Yeah, guys. I mean, one day I'm going to do a podcast about guns and all that, and I don't even know where to begin with that one. I mean, I don't know. Jesus. I mean, even in Toronto, I don't know, nowadays, I don't know. I mean, they've basically banned guns for sure, but it just, I don't know, it's fucking crazy. But anyways, she said here, I'm sickened by the cowardice of these people who are supposed to lead us, Schumer told Politico. Their dedication seems to be only to dollar signs for their own pockets. In November, we will remember who stood with the gun lobby rather than constituents. I don't think I said that right. As we mourned for Orlando. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like nowadays everybody's hit by some kind of gun violence. I mean, even Toronto, was it a few weeks ago, there was a drive-by in Donlands and Danforth. Now, if you know the Toronto area, really not really anything really happens on the Danforth, but this happened at 3 p.m. There's a drive-by, the guy died, and I don't know, man, to me that feels like my backyard, so it's pretty crazy. So it's good that she's, standing up for it. I mean, against it, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's, oh God, I don't know. Eventually you just got to ban guns, but I don't know. Good luck with that. She's only had one night stand. Anyone who's listened to Schumer's stand-up or watched Inside Amy Schumer with regularity has probably picked up on the fact that Schumer's crazy sex stories come, no pun intended, from her most notable sexual misadventures, not from a life in which she has wild sex every single day. What's wrong with that? Still, it was a little surprising to learn she's only had one night stand. What was not surprising to learn was how she sealed the deal. Via text, she joked about becoming a magician's assistant. Is he going to saw you in half? Asked one night stand dude. I was hoping you would, she replied. That's how it's done. Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, ladies. Okay, you can send us a picture of like a turd in the toilet. We're still gonna come over there and fuck you. It just, it doesn't matter. The jokes, the whatever, I heard someone say that I don't know, it was a joke a long time ago. Like a woman could live in a 2-story box. I mean, we'll still fuck it. Like we don't care, guys. We're just jerk offs. She spent years in an abusive relationship. Join the club. Schumer's reflection on her past relationship with an emotional, abusive man are some of the most powerful parts in her book. Amy writes candidly. Candidly. There we go. Always forget. Yeah, it's. I said I hate school, but yeah. Oh, the irony. About the details of her relationship with an ex she calls Dan. Dan. Who could that be? Daniel Day-Lewis? No. I don't know. I could see. Well, I mean, he's a good actor, but yeah, yeah. Any dude that goes on a subway dressed as Lincoln and is still in the Lincoln character and going up to people and going, "Oh, what's this device?" And people are going, "It's a cell phone, dickhead." Yeah, that could. Well, I doubt it. In the book, she describes Dan screaming and shaking her, pulling open the shower curtain to laugh at her body. Oh, gee. Wow. Holy fuck. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. I've been with women where I pull the shower curtain and because you know, she wants to take a shower. I'm horny, she's horny, and we just and then it's great because then you get to clean up after. It's nice. Some of them have been nurses. So they really don't want to clean up. Yeah, but that's fucked though. Wow, what kind of jerk off would do that? I mean, holy shit, like that's crazy. I mean, that would never happen in real life. I mean, maybe a Rodney Dangerfield movie.
Jason, where are you? Hey, I need some help here. Hey, buddy, I'm talking to you. I need some help here. Take it easy, honey. I didn't see a thing. You're perfect.
Remember when films were funny and good? The point is, guys, you got to be a real jerk off to fucking do that. I mean, that's just insane. It's a reminder of anyone can get stuck in an abusive relationship. Even women we hold up as role models of confidence, but that anyone can find the strength they need to leave too. It's true. Okay? Anybody, guy, girl, you got to speak up. Okay? I know it's tough, don't get me wrong, especially from a woman's point of view. I get it, you feel trapped and all that, but, worst case scenario, I'm not saying you got to go Lorena Bobbitt on his ass, but, just, you know what, wait till he sleeps, punch him in the balls, If he's just much of a dick, I actually condone this. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's a weird feeling getting hit in the balls because like you don't feel it at first. You're kind of like, what the, it's a delayed reaction. I don't know. Ask the cameraman that got hit by Rodman there. The point is, okay, speak up. Don't be afraid to do that. It's important. I think Amy Schumer's cute. I don't know. I don't know. You see a woman naked in the shower. I mean, your first instinct is to make fun of her. I don't know. You must be what's it called? The French call it gay. She's had 28 sexual partners. That's not bad. I mean, it gives you a good idea. But then, what do they say with women? Rule of 3. So triple that, then that's really a guy's. And I don't know. That's I've had some fun too. I mean, it's just, yeah. That seems like a perfectly reasonable number of sexual partners. It says in brackets, pro tip. The definition of reasonable number of sexual partners is the number of sexual partners each individual finds to be reasonable for him or herself. Okay. Thanks, tips. But even though Schumer is reliably, how do you say this word? Reliably? But no. I don't think it's a word. Frank about her sex life. It was a little surprising to hear her disclose the exact body count. Like, now I'll theoretically, it's amazing how I can say that word, no problem, and then the other, whatever, be able to someday tell my grandchildren in 2016, global temperatures hit an all-time high. Channing Tatum was cast as a mermaid, and Amy Schumer had slept with 28 men. He played a mermaid, really? I don't know. I heard at one point he was like a stripper, wasn't he? Like he's an actual stripper. I mean, can you think of a better job? Like if you're a guy, I mean, you're getting tons of money. You get the, just Jesus, it's fucking. And then he did what was it called there? Magic Mike, and he made like 60, 70 mil off that shit. Fuck me, holy cow, that's crazy. That's good. What a life, eh? Ugh. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Amy Schumer. Yeah. So yeah, whatever. Just listen. Women always want to, or people always put down women because she slept with this many guys and blah 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 blah. Who cares? I mean, I've always said, like, for the last 10, 15 years, I think men have pissed off women so much that women have become the new players. So, I think guys look at it as like, oh, well, you can get sex anytime you want. It's like, well, yeah, they can. I mean, they're women. I mean, it's, a woman could literally throw a rock out a window and the first, thing she hits, she can fuck. I mean, but again, not all women are like that. Okay. A lot of women, want to take their time, romance a guy, find out, what I don't know, what he's all about, and that's it. I don't know where I'm going with this, but the point is, who cares how many women or how many men, women, doesn't matter. You slept with, just go nuts. I don't know. Once Kim Jong-un there, I don't know, hits the button there, I don't know. We're all gonna be fucked. So I don't know. Either that, or I don't know. Biden's gonna slip and fall again. Hopefully he doesn't slip on the red button there, and then I don't know. We'll be fine. Whatever. Can you imagine if Trump gets elected again in 2024? Holy fuck. What a dickhead. It's okay. You don't got to worry about the button. It's okay. The Mexicans are going to build it. It's going to be strong. We're going to have a nice glass around it. Then we're going to have a nice little Big Mac. And just relax. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Go back to the podcast. Her most disturbing guess on Inside Amy Schumer was a matchmaker? What? Schumer tells a deeply emotional story about interviewing the matchmaker, then going on a date she'd set up. She had to listen to all the ways in which the matchmaker thought she was unattractive. And then she had to go on a date with a total dumpster fire of a human. I do remember this episode, and it was pretty funny. Not gonna lie. When you got the chance, check it out. It is really funny. I wish every date was like this. You find out how much of a scumbag a person is, and what all your farts, all your faults are. And then you go on the date. You just say, hey, fuck it. We got nothing else to do. It's the summertime. It's nothing but reruns, and let's just see if this works. So, yeah, funny episode. She did a lot of funny shit on that show. We'll get into that in a bit. Her relationship with her mother is complicated. Join the fucking club. Amy's. Sorry, I was just thinking of my mother. Oh, fuck. Amy's always put out a solid family first vibe. So it's a little surreal to learn her relationship with her mother is very difficult from her relationships with her own family members. Is it though? Is it really? Really? A comedian has had problems with their parents or something in their lives? Really? It's hard to believe, Richard Pryor is one of the best that ever did it, and he grew up in a whorehouse. Okay, I don't know if he didn't become a comedian, then what the fuck? What's the point? There's a chapter in her book that's all but a laundry list of the ways she and her siblings have felt emotionally suppressed or manipulated by their mom. Oh, fuck. Join the club, like I said again, but. Okay, you got to get past that. I'm trying to, these last 40 years have just fucking flown by. Dad, good luck. The point is, you just got to realize that, they're your parents, but at the same time, listen, people are fucked up in general. It is what it is. We all got our faults. You got your faults. I got my faults, I got a past, you got a past. De Niro Casino. The point is, just get past it, do your own thing. Don't listen to anybody, even if it's your parents. I know it's tougher because it's them and, they love you, blah, blah, blah. But the point is just, do what makes you happy without hurting anybody. That's it. That's my two models, in life. You're welcome. 7 years before Schumer could legally drink, she shoplifted shot glasses. Schumer's made no secret of her criminal past. She and her young sister were once arrested while stealing upscale items from Bloomingdale's. As a kid, she stole things like multiple shot glasses a hat with fake Rastafarian dreads hanging down from it. I didn't know they made those. And co-ed naked t-shirts. Again, I don't know. I might have to pursue being a stand-up again. We have a lot of things in common here. But yeah, if you ever want to know more about that, listen to my podcast called Crime Doesn't Pay. I tell my two major stories in life. You know, it involves shoplifting and fake IDs, and it's just a work of art. When Schumer took the stage for her HBO special Live at the Apollo, she carried with her a bottle of wine in lieu, they say it, lieu, whatever, of water. Cabaret comedian and frequent Inside Amy Schumer collaborator, Bridget Everhart. I don't know why I was about to say Everhart. I don't know. Who am I thinking of? Anyway, told Vogue that they share the same onstage drinking habit and are loyal to just one brand, Rom Bauer Chardonnay. Okay. Oh, her. Yeah, she's funny. She was the woman that at the end of the clip I played there. Yeah, she's really funny. Yeah, she shows up a lot on the on her shows there. Yeah, she's pretty funny. Yeah, have a couple drinks. Why not? Fuck it, you know. Like I said, one push of the button, kaboom. Schumer dedicated an entire chapter of her book to fun facts you didn't know about her and listed 44 things you don't know about me. And one of those things just so happened to be the number of people she's slept with. On page 95, Schumer wrote, "To date, I've slept with 28 people. I can't remember all of their names." I hear you. "But I remember the nicknames I gave them. Third Ball, Pitbull Guy, Cousin Steve, JK, 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 JK." Okay, so Third Ball, Pitbull Guy, Cousin Steve. Okay, so she's got a thing for bald guys. Okay. Amy Schumer, if it doesn't work out with your current husband, I'm right here. Schumer's mother had an affair with her best friend's father. Whew, there you go. Okay, more fuel to the fire. Schumer explained that she came home to find her mother extremely distraught, and that's when she found out what was going on. Oh, fuck, that's crazy. Her mother told her that she was leaving her father and that she has fallen in love with her friend's father, Lou. Hey, you know, you think your parents are not going to have affairs, you know, it's, your parents have had affairs. I mean, you know, a lot of our parents are older, you know, ask them about the 70s and key parties. Schumer lists 36 things she hates in her book. One of them includes when strangers try to make small talk with her and in an elevator. I fucking hate that too. I know, because you're trapped, and they did a great sketch on it on Saturday Night Live with Kevin Nealon, and Kevin Nealon's a funny dude. Where he's like got people trapped in the elevator, wherever the guest is, and yeah, it's good. The good one would Sting. I like that one. She says small talk is something she detests. I know, it's fucking pointless. I know, just shut up. She says it is even more unbearable in an elevator because you're trapped. Told you. Yeah, see that, and that's how people get you too. You know, their fucking insecurities come out, and you know they see you and like, hey, what's going on? Oh, the thing, you know. And even small talk too, and like I think some people are just bored when they, you know, like walk the streets or walk their dogs or whatever, especially dog walkers. I don't know. So some of them just, I don't know, like mind your business, you know. Shut up. I mean, like even yesterday, I was on the street yesterday, and like I don't know, this old guy, I don't know, like really old guy. All of a sudden, like he stepped right in front of me, but like it's almost like he lost his balance, whatever, and he just went back and forth, and I don't know, like he almost ran into me. But yeah, but that's not even the part that bothered me. The part that bothered me was the guy walking by, you know, with the dog, and you know, he said, "Whoa, he almost hit you. Huh, it's your lucky day." And he did one of those things where like you know, when you make a point and like you point your finger and you kind of direct it in the sky. You're like, oh, it's a pointy day. It's your lucky day. I'm like, it's real lucky, dickhead. Yeah, so that just annoys me. Just I don't know. Just shut up. Everybody just shut up. During an interview at Comic-Con, Jennifer Lawrence endorsed Schumer for The Bachelorette. Schumer panicked when she watched the interview because she is a huge Bachelor enthusiast. So is Howard Stern. Okay. Hey now. She also loves her best friend, Jennifer Lawrence. So she panicked, screaming, "Oh my God, Jennifer Lawrence said my name on TV." There you go. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know. A lot of people shit on her too. I don't know. Like some of her movies, whatever. But I think she's cool. I don't know. What's the one movie she did with Bradley Cooper there? Was it Silver Linings Playbook? Yeah. I know it's going to sound like bullshit, but as soon as I saw that movie, I'm like, she's going to get Best Actress. I knew it. A lot of people compare it to like Julia Roberts. I don't think it's Julia Roberts. I'm not a rom-com guy, clearly. But I don't see the comparison there, but I don't know. I think she's her own person. So there you go. That's it. That's a good rant. Jennifer Lawrence and Schumer became friends when Lawrence emailed her saying, "I saw a train wreck and said, I don't know where to get started. I guess I should just say it. I'm in love with you," Lawrence went on to tell the New York Times. "We started emailing, and then emailing turned to texting. Jennifer and I have become friends. And I'm like, oh, we're going on a boat tomorrow. You should come." It was kind of hypocritical and hypothetical. I'm sorry. I'm tired. And she was like, "I think I'm coming." Sorry. Schumer explains during an interview on The Daily Show. Yeah, why not? Fuck it. Yeah. See, that's a good thing, like to not own a boat. Because I've always heard that the two best days of a boat owner is the first day you set it to sail and the day you sell it. So I wouldn't want the hassle of a boat, but it's cool to know somebody with a boat, because then you just go on there, you can drink, they can worry about steering the boat and shit, and you don't have to worry about parking it and the fucking fees, and I just, who needs that? But Jennifer Lawrence invites you on a boat, of course you're gonna go. Fuck it, why not? Like, what are you, stupid? If they weren't publicly proclaimed their love, rubbing their freaking phenomenal friendship in our faces already, damn, fascinating, relax. Lawrence and Schumer took the stage at a Billy Joel concert to shout it from atop a piano. The two danced to Uptown Girl, the song Amy does her cheerleader big gesture dance to in Trainwreck. Yeah, Billy Joel, man, he's all right. He's a cool motherfucker. Yeah. Schumer and Goldie Hawn are the new hashtag friends or friendship goals. The duo spent their downtime on the set of their upcoming film, mother-daughter spoofing Beyonce's Formation in a video posted exclusively to Tidal on Friday, October 21st. As you can see, all these facts were written a long time ago. Just play along, guys. The two actresses look shipwrecked while busting out their best Queen Bee, or Queen Bey. Is it Queen Bee or Queen? Yeah, it's Queen Bee. Yeah. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. Yeah, it's catchy. I like it. I like when was it Timberlake and Bobby Moynihan were dancing to it? Yeah, Hot Biscuits. On Saturday Night Live, that was funny. Impressions and dance moves. There you go. Okay. I can't dance for shit. I mean, a fat white guy ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. During an interview with Entertainment Tonight in May, Han, 70, gushed about working with Schumer on the comedy in Hawaii, which marks the Oscar-winning actress returning to the big screen since 2002's Banger Sisters. It had to be funny, and it had to be with the right person, Han said of the Comedy Central star. I did not, I did a lot of stuff, but if it can't live up to the expectation, it's not worth doing. We are on quite a romp together, the two of us, in the jungle. It's just going to be a blast. So that's what brought me back. There you go. Yeah, Goldie Hawn's cool. Kurt Russell's cool. That guy's a cool motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, he's a hell of a career. You got to meet Elvis. Fuck, what more do you want? Schumer explained that when she met Han, she told her there's a movie I really want to make with her, she said. And she was very nice. Okay, honey. She probably thought I was a psycho. Okay, crazy person. Then I'd meet her at different things, saying, we're making this movie together. And I think eventually some people got in her ear and told her I wasn't crazy, that I make things. Yeah, she seems like a cool person to work with. I'll talk more about the film in a bit. The first time Schumer slayed a room wasn't during one of her first stand-up sets. It was in the middle of her bar mitzvah. Is it? I'm always confused by this. Sorry, I don't mean to offend. I'm just saying. I always thought bat mitzvah. Yeah, I've been saying it wrong all these years. I always say bar mitzvah. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Bat mitzvah. There you go. It sounded like I said it with an accent too, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm getting better at this podcast thing. Don't worry. Schumer chose to chant rather than read from the Torah and completely cracked on her closing note. Although she was embarrassed at first, once everyone laughed, she laughed too. There you go. Sometimes it just takes practice. Schumer majored in theater at Towson. There you go. University and continued her acting education once she moved to New York. She took classes at the famed William Esper Studio for another 2 years, where she learned the Minister. Okay. Technique. Schumer even starred in an off-Broadway play, Keeping Abreast, was a dark comedy centered on a young woman diagnosed with breast cancer. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's cool. I don't know. Me, theater's got to be way more tougher than doing movies, for sure. The theater, you fuck up on stage, it's like you can say cut and just move on or do it again. You gotta be skilled. That's pretty good. Although she completed her credits on time, Schumer did not receive a college diploma with the rest of her class in 2003. The reason? Towson charged a fee to post her credits, and Schumer found the policy maddeningly arbitrary. So she didn't pay, but she received her degree 4 years later when she was passing through Baltimore on a last comic standing tour. Really? Wow, that's weird. So you go through all that shit and they can't just give you a piece of paper? Fuck. That's stupid. Hey, you guys are, wow, God. I'm telling you, like over the years, man, I'm telling you, like universities, colleges, I mean, they gotta be the biggest fucking scams in the world. Like, I mean, you do all this shit for years, then you come out, into the real world there, because not every day is a frat house. Fuck, I wish. I don't know, when I went to U of T there in Toronto, holy fuck, Jesus Christ. It wasn't anything like Animal House, or even Old School. Yeah, it was fucking boring, and I didn't even finish. I dropped out. I don't know, when you get a 4 in a class, I mean, there's no point in going on. But yeah, I don't know, they take all your money, and then you gotta pay, you gotta spend the next, 20 years paying that shit back, and you can't get a job right away, and I don't know how, yeah, it's a ripoff, man. When Schumer saw the footage from her first stand-up show at the Gotham Comedy Club, she was ashamed. So she decided to get serious. She began reviewing tapes from each of her subsequent sets and taking notes. But since she didn't have a fancy TV, she watched herself on the display screens at Best Buy. That's funny. All right, that's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I wish she recorded that. But then again, the irony, yeah, she went to, yeah, I get it. I'm just saying, that's pretty funny. That's good. But again, that's smart too, because you got to, review your shit. And yeah, I reviewed my first podcast show. I did it all in one shot, which was stupid. As I worked though, I was bored. Which really tells you, how difficult it is being a security guard in Toronto. And then I did it for another podcast. I forgot which one, but yeah, just too many pauses, So I decided to not do as many because it just takes up too much space. Schumer appeared in 2 episodes of Girls as Angie, the annoying friend of Adam's girlfriend, Natalia. But she originally auditioned for a starring role. Lena Dunham recently revealed that Schumer auditioned for the principal role of Shoshana. There you go. Dunham explained it was clear Amy wasn't meant to play an innocent, juicy, culture lover obsessed with emoji, even if her meatpacking district club lingo was the funniest, redacted, I had ever heard. But when she left the room, the vibe was very, someone get that lady a show. Stat. There you go. So, just because you audition for one thing, guys, doesn't mean, you're going to get it. Doesn't mean you're right for the role, I tell people all the time, when you go to an audition, worst case scenario, just try to be remembered. You know what I mean? Don't take it personally if they don't pick you for something. You know what I mean? Keep in mind, it's their movie. They know what they want. You could be fucking hilarious, but it's well, that doesn't fit the role. But if you're a good person and, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm kidding. But no, but seriously, if you make a good impression, they'll remember you for the next thing. It's okay, well, it didn't work out with this, but we got something else coming up. We can use you for there, You never know. Despite Schumer's body image, she's fairly health conscious. According to Vogue, she currently practices transcendental meditation, schedules weekly acupuncture sessions, juices every morning, and avoids caffeine, which means she probably won't be returning to comedians in cars getting coffee anytime soon. You don't actually have to have coffee on that show. A lot of people don't know that. Or maybe you do. I don't know. I haven't seen all of them. But I don't know. I like that show. I think it's funny. During the Sony hack of 2014, one email floated that Schumer was a possible Ghostbuster in the all-female reboot. Oof, dodged a bullet on that one. The email was sent by former Sony Pictures co-chairman Amy Pascal to original Ghostbusters director Ivan Reitman and mentioned Schumer along with Jennifer Lawrence, Emma Stone, Lizzie Kaplan, and Melissa McCartney as potential cast members. Obviously, only McCartney ended up being in the picture. And obviously, kiputs. But I've talked enough about this steaming pile of shit. Let's move on. Schumer once rented Jake Gyllenhaal's apartment with her sister. She explained to Stephen Colbert on The Late Show she discovered an old birthday cake in his freezer while she was there. So naturally, she drunkenly ate it and declared herself a princess. Don't worry, her sister got it on film. Listen, I did a whole podcast called I Hate Jake Gyllenhaal. I don't really hate the guy. If anything, as I was reading the facts, he actually seems like a good dude. I hate the fact they're gonna remake Roadhouse, man. Fuck. I mean, okay, it looks like McGregor there is gonna be the bad guy, probably. Because it's an American film, and like every time they make an American film, they always have to have a bad guy with an accent. I mean, that's what it's just something they do. But I mean, was it an ice cream cake at least, or how come you didn't finish it? I mean, So on top of that, he's gonna remake Roadhouse, and he doesn't like cake. I mean, fuck, man. Anyways, in June 2015, Monica sorry, of The Guardian criticized her for a shockingly large blind spot around her face. Schumer responded on Twitter stating, "I go in and out of playing introvert or an inter yeah an inter no how do you say it? Irreverent irreverent idiot." Okay. I should I still hate school, but I should have stayed longer. That includes making dumb jokes involving race. You can call it a blind spot for racism or lazy, but you are wrong. It is a joke. I am not racist. Listen, we're living in a society where you can't say the word "the" anymore without offending somebody. Okay, so again, I don't think Amy Schumer is racist. Okay, you say things, you don't mean them. It's just jokes, guys. Again, I'm not condoning anything she says. I am not her representative. I'm not a lawyer. I maybe could have been one because I'm really good at pissing off people. But the point is, sometimes you just got to take a joke for what it is. That's all. On November 30th, 2015, the Daily Beast reported that Schumer posed nude for a photo by photographer Annie Leibovitz for 2016 edition of the Pirelli calendar. Schumer tweeted her photo with the caption, "Beautiful, gross, strong, thin, fat, pretty, ugly, sexy, disgusting, flawless woman. Thank you." Just give me a second here, guys. Hold on. Let's see here. Amy Schumer topless photo. Oh wow. Yep, that's a tramp stamp. Okay. No, I think they're referring to. Oh wow. Okay, there you go. Okay. It's a hot dog. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, it's no, Amy. Thank you. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, Amy Schumer does not hold back. Okay, not on her jokes, not even on her cute little body. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. I think she has a very nice face too. Very nice eyes, hair. I think she's the whole package, and this is why she's had a pretty good career. In fact, probably a kick-ass career. Okay, lots of movies, lots of shows, stand-up specials. But where did it all begin? But of course, I'm leading to the fact that I'm going to go on IMDb and see where it all began. Okay, not Rotten Tomatoes, because it is just shit. Okay, I've already seen Amy's Tomatoes. Let's just go on IMDb and figure this out. So, the very first thing that she was in, okay? Now keep in mind she's done a lot of producing, directing, a whole bunch of stuff. But I'm going to just focus on the acting today. So, in 2006, her very first thing she did was a short called Sense Memory, which I have no idea what this is. Add a plot in your language. Okay. Well, I've never seen it, so I don't know what to do. But, there's not even a description here. Okay, 4.8 out of 10. Okay. All right, I got nothing. It's not even a movie poster or a show it just shows two guys. It looks like they're at the, I don't know, maybe the screening, I guess, or what does it say in the background? Beverly Film something. Director Jackson Waite. There's no way this is Tom Waits' kid, is it? I mean, because the one guy, he's kind of got that like rock and roll look. No. Could that be possible? Let's see. No, I don't think so. Older brother of actress Charlotte Ray Rosenberg. Okay. Oh, you know what? I've seen her in. Yeah. She's on the show Inside Amy Schumer. Okay, so there's that connection. Okay, there you go. See how everything connected there. Okay. Well, I've never seen this. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where to find this. I'm sure you can find it online somewhere. There you go. We all got to start somewhere. So the next thing she did was 2007 TV series called Network. She was on one episode of that. Okay. And then she was on a TV show called Cupid. I don't know that one. One episode there. Okay. 2009, she was on an episode of 30 Rock. Okay. So, got to give props to my fellow Greek, Tina Fey. I like 30 Rock. I thought it was a pretty good show. I mean, definitely it revived Alec Baldwin's career there for sure. I know he's dealing with some other stuff right now. You know what's going on. I already talked about it in the podcast I did about him. But he's a good dude, man. Don't come down on him. I'm just saying, it's they're still trying to figure out what the fuck happened there. But yeah, it was a good show. I would say the first 3 seasons were really good. I mean, not that the other ones weren't, but I don't know. Usually when you make a comedy, I'd say the first 3 to 5 seasons are always the best. You know what I mean? Just ask anybody that was cast in Community. Yeah. So, and then she was in one episode of that. She was a stylist. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Curb Your Enthusiasm. One of my favorite comedies of all time, Larry David. Fucking genius. Okay. Brilliant. I don't care what anybody says. That guy's awesome. She was in one episode of that. And she was in a movie where she played herself, Amy. She's uncredited. Sleep Walk With Me. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. I got nothing. Let's see what to say here. Berg Eon stand-up comedian struggles with the stress of a stalled career, a stalled relationship, and the wind spurts of severe sleepwalking he is desperate to ignore. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I've never sleptwalk. I don't know. Maybe one day. I don't know. I've heard though the only way you can sleepwalk is if you like really deprive yourself of sleep, like maybe get an hour's sleep for like a month or something, and then you'll start tripping or something. I don't know. I had a friend of mine one time. He said he like literally woke up in the shower one day. Like I don't know. He was a bit of a vlaka, but the point is, I didn't see this one. Then Price Check. Another movie she was in. And then she was in a TV show called Delocated. All right, cool. And she was in an episode of the Eric Andre show. She played a reporter. Now, Eric Andre is fucking hilarious. Weird thing about this guy, I don't know, like recently, the last couple months, he got in some situation at the airport where he was racially profiled or something, and like again, I'm not ripping on the guy or not. It was just weird because if you know Eric Andre, I mean, all the stuff he does on his show, and it's like. It's all this like jackass stuff and all that. And he does the stuff on Stern, Howard Stern. It's great, but it's just weird seeing him serious on a show. Like, oh, like I keep thinking it's a joke or something. It's one of those things where you're funny for a while and then you do something serious or something serious happens to you and then you don't believe it, right? But I do believe him. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying it's just weird seeing him like that. But I hope everything pulls through for him. So. Then she was in another movie, Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. I don't know, that's the last thing I would do. I would just say fucking go nuts. Let's see, Louis TV series. Listen. Okay, we all know what Louis did. Okay, okay, we get it. I still think Louis is fucking hilarious. I mean, he did address it on his the recent stand-up there. He did was it a year or two ago, whatever. So yeah, I don't know the time. I mean, I think the show's great. I mean, that and Horace and Pete, what he did with him and Steve Buscemi there. I mean, so I don't know. There's still fans of Woody Allen out there, so I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But she was on an episode of that, and then she was in an episode of Girls, a couple episodes there, and then so like before this, she did TV shows, a few movies here and there, working on the stand-up, of course, doing all that, whatever. And then all of a sudden, she's on Howard Stern, and she's telling her story and all that. And then who's listening, in the universe there is the great Judd Apatow. And Judd Apatow is like, you know what? I think we can make a movie out of this. And that's exactly what happened. They made a little movie called Trainwreck. And really? It's only got 6.2 out of 10? Shit. No, that's way funnier than that. I mean, at least I haven't seen this movie in a while, but at least like a 7, maybe 7.5. I mean, this is a pretty funny movie. It's got a lot of funny people in it. Really? Wow. Fuck that. I see. Again, sometimes you can't trust your ratings, but this is a good movie. I like this one a lot. It says here, having thought that monogamy was never possible, a committed phobic career woman may have to face her fears when she meets a good guy. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a horrible description of what the movie is. So basically, Amy Schumer is just going to relationship to relationship. I can't. Hold on. Let me take a little sip here. Hold on. It's not liquid. It is liquid. It's obviously it's liquid, dickhead. Coke Zero. I'm trying to watch my calorie intake for some reason. So basically, she's going to relationship to relationship. Oh, that was way better. Very promiscuous, doesn't care, doing her own thing, smoking, drinking, dealing with, problems with her father. It's one of those movies, it's a lot of it takes from her real life, but at the same time, she adds a lot of stuff as well. And then she finally meets a nice guy, played by Bill Hader here, who is fucking hilarious. And by the way, if you're not watching the show Barry that he's in, which is by far one of the best, I'm going to say, dark comedies shows of all time, you're missing out. I mean, he plays a hitman who decides to become an actor, and that actually does happen. But yeah, it's the show's fucking hilarious. I mean, there's one episode in season 2 I remember where they're going, where the whole episode is just action-packed. It's not really an action show, but it's just weird seeing. I mean, they tried to do the same thing in season 3, which is good too, but all I'm saying is you got to watch that show. Barry, what's it on, HBO? There you go. So check that out. But anyways, Bill Hader, I love you. I know a lot of people compare you to Bill Murray. Listen, I did one podcast on Bill Murray, and no disrespect to you, Bill Hader, I love you. And even Bill Hader would say he's not Bill Murray. But Bill Hader is his own fucking dude, and he's hilarious. He really does a great job in this movie too. The shit back and forth with him and LeBron James. Yes, LeBron James is actually in this movie, and yes, he's actually very funny. Okay, this is actually a very successful movie that he was in, unlike the LA Lakers that he's in now. But I'm kidding. Everyone's ripping on that. Look, listen, you got a great team there. I don't know what's going on there. Everyone's blaming Westbrook. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Someone's got to get the blame. I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? They'll bounce back. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, we all know he's going to finish his career in Cleveland anyway. I know he's just running out the clock. Anyways, so good little movie. Like I said, based on a lot of the stuff she went through in her life. Colin Quinn's in it, plays her father. Really funny. I mean, I got to know Colin Quinn when he was on Saturday Night Live, unfortunately, but for the first time. But then I found out he actually is a really good stand-up, and right, the hospital's down the street. The point is, he's very funny in this movie as the father. Brie Larson's in it, plays her sister. I mentioned that before. One of her earlier roles before the whole Captain Marvel. I don't know. She gets ripped on a lot too. I don't know. I mean, you know what? is everyone like seeing a pattern here? Like Amy Schumer, Brie Larson, Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know. They all get ripped on for some reason. I don't know. Like again, I think a lot of people, especially guys, are just intimidated by, I don't know, like powerful women and women that can, hold their own. I don't fucking get it, man. I mean, you guys are. I mean, the irony is like you guys are acting like pussies. I don't. I don't know. People are fucking stupid. But what are you gonna do? Haters are gonna hate. But anyways, moving on. David Tell's in this. Very funny guy. John Cena, very funny too in this. Enjoy what's the show he does? I was gonna say Pacemaker. The Peacemaker, very good. Dan Soder, very funny comedian. He's in this for a little bit as well. Robert Kelly, funny dude. A lot of funny comedians. John Glazer, got to give him a good shout out because first time I ever saw this dude was on Conan doing a whole bunch of skits there, writer, all that shit. Very funny. Tilda Swinton, she's good. Randall Park, funny guy. Not a big fan of the Blockbuster show. I don't know. But then again, I don't know. I'm not a fan of... I used to be a fan of Blockbuster because that's all we fucking had. But I don't know. But that's it. But yeah, this is a really, really funny movie. I'm just surprised at the... I don't know. The low rating. I don't know. But again, I mean, maybe this is... I don't know, just people hating on her or whatever. I don't know. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? The fuck are we gonna do about Ezra Miller? Holy shit, this kid's fucked up. And I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watch the movie now, if you watch the one scene with her and or with her, actually did dress up as a woman at one point, but what I don't know. It's 2022. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. The point is, you watch that scene now, the scene that he's doing the drugs and with Amy, and you're like thinking, fuck, was this his idea or I don't know, but. Yeah, God, somebody's got to fix this kid. Apparently, they invested how much money in? Fuck, I was gonna say Flash Gordon, the Flash, whatever. 200 million, and they delayed this movie until next year, June 2023. And this guy, I can do a whole podcast based on this guy, but I don't know. This kid's got a lot of growing up to do, but. I don't know. Let's see what happens. But the point is, overall, this is a really good movie. Everybody pulls their weight in there. Even Pete Davidson does a little cameo in there because I think Bill Hader helped him get it on Saturday Night Live there, and it's a very good Judd Apatow movie. I mean, Judd Apatow is very good at basically the same. Even mentioning Pete there, he did the same thing with the King of Staten Island. Take, a little bit from his life, put it in a movie, add more shit to it. And I don't know, Judd Apatow is awesome. I mean, he really is. I mean, he's like the next generation's John Hughes. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he does a great job with that. This is a really, really good movie. I mean, there's some really funny parts in it. Like LeBron James, again, I was just surprised to see how funny he was. I mean, he... played a game a one-on-one game with Bill Hader there. That was funny, and I don't know. Bill Hader throws up the dust in the air. That's good. I don't know. It always reminded me of something else. But the point is, this is a really good movie. Really, really good movie. It's not just a simple, stupid, raunchy rom-com. It's actually, it goes into darker shit as well. And like I said, Colin. Does a really good job as the father. Again, everybody pulls their weight in this. I mean, it's really well cast, and don't listen to the 6.2 out of 10 rating. It's way better than that. Way better. So when you got a chance, check out this movie. I mean, this would basically... people knew about Amy Schumer before. I mentioned about the roast and comedy and shows and all that. But, I mean, this one really, took her to the next level, for sure. Her career. So I was really happy to see that. And, you put your life in Judd Apatow's hands, he will take care of you. Absolutely. So, props to Judd on this one and everybody in there. Definitely a must-see. Absolutely. And then she was in an episode of BoJack Horseman, which I've heard good things about. I've actually never seen the show. I'm not going to lie. It looks... it does look weird, but at the same time, I'm told it's actually a really good comedy. So... I don't know, what's the rating here? 8.8 out of 10. Fuck, okay, so I'm definitely missing out here. All right, maybe I'll check it out here. I think it's on Netflix, yeah. Will Arnett, very funny guy. I've always liked him, so Yeah, he's Canadian, if you can believe that. I think I mentioned this before. I mean, when remember I don't know if you're a Torontonian there or live in Ontario or just Canadian in general. You know the Labatt, the beer there. Like remember when they were growing weed in the power plant allegedly, and I don't know. I remember even like passing Barrie with my parents in the car. Like you still see like like you have a picture on a wall and like it's still like you take out the picture after 20 years and it has that like stain. You can still see the stain in like the actual like the side of the wall there, like driving on the highway, whatever. Yeah, apparently they were growing weed there or something. It was a whole fucking thing. But like apparently his dad was part of the ownership. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. Guys, do your research. I can't do everything for you, but it is a good story. But the point is, yeah, if you want check out the show. I guess I don't know what to tell you. It's about the talking horse. I don't know. I haven't seen a talking horse since. Oh no. The bachelor party. He did 3 lines of coke. The Three Stooges. There you go, Mr. Ed. There you go. Okay. Dating Amy Schumer. It's a short she did. Okay. All right. TV series. A couple episodes of Trip Tank. Cool. She's in an episode of The Simpsons where she played Mrs. Burns. Wow. Okay. So, I don't know. Listen. I love The Simpsons. The first 10 seasons. After that, I don't have to tell you. Mr. Burns is what, 100, right? So Mrs. Burns, didn't they say the Burns died a while ago? Like, I don't know, whatever. Okay. She's in one episode of Family Guy, of course. Family Guy's awesome. Babs Burgers. I still sing it like that. I don't know why. Babes Burgers. One episode of that. And she did the movie Snatched, which I talked about before. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't see this one. I did not hear good things. I'm not gonna lie. I might check it out one day, but yeah, I don't know. As I say here, when her boyfriend dumps her before their exotic vacation, a young woman persuades her ultra cautious mother to travel with her to paradise with unexpected results. Why would you want to go on vacation with just your mother? I'll never figure that out. But the point is, I never saw this movie. Didn't get the best rating, 4.6 out of 10. I don't know what to tell you. So I don't know. Thank you for your service. I did see this movie. This movie's okay. It's the same director who did what was it, American Sniper with Bradley Cooper. It's okay. I mean, it's not as good as American Sniper. I thought that was better, but this one's got the Miles Teller in it. Amy Schumer's not in it for a lot. She's just in a few scenes here and there, but this one's okay. I mean, like I said, I think American Sniper's better, but it's all right. Then she was in I Feel Pretty. I mentioned this before. Did I see this one? I forgot. I don't remember. I think I did see this one. I think so. A woman struggling with insecurity wakes up from fall believing she has the most beautiful and capable woman on the planet. Her new confidence empowers her to live fearlessly, but what happens when she realizes her appearance never changed? Changed? Sorry, I don't know why did they put a question mark on there? Okay. Yeah, I think I remember this one. Yeah, this one was okay. I mean, again, it wasn't as good as Trainwreck, but it was all right. 5.6 out of 10. Okay, again, not the best rating, but I don't know. What are you gonna do? Saturday Night Live, Cut for Time. She did a sketch here, Angel. Crashing. She was in one episode of that. Crashing, very good show again with Judd Apatow. Only lasted 3 seasons, but Judd Apatow said he didn't. The show didn't get canceled. He wanted to end it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought they could have kept going with it, but I don't know. It's a good show. It's about a guy who was named Pete Holmes. Slowly becoming a comedian, and things he's got to do. Sleep on someone's couch just to make it through the night, and get paid a few dollars here and there. Just the struggle of becoming a comic. Hanging out flyers and all that, and it was a really good show. I wish it did last longer, but yeah. What are you gonna do? But it is a good show. I would definitely check it out, especially the pilot episode with Artie is fucking hilarious, and he's not like a main character, but like he'll show up here and there. But I mean, the first episode is basically around him. Pete Holmes getting advice from Artie Lang. So Artie, we miss you, man. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know if he's. I was all right. I don't know. He had a podcast and he didn't. Then he had a podcast and it's gone. I don't know what the fuck happened. Then I heard rumors he's in Florida, and I don't know if you're trying to come off drugs. Going to Florida is definitely not the best place to go. That's for sure. I mean, you want to just go to Colombia. But anyways, good show. Check it out. Another TV series called No Activity. She's on one episode of that. And she was in a movie called The Humans. Yeah, I remember watching a bit of this. Yeah, it was okay. What was this? During one evening, the Blake family gathers to celebrate Thanksgiving in a broke-down flat newly rented by the daughter and her new man. As the darkness falls, we find that all have less to be thankful about. It was okay. I mean, it's got its moments. It's all right. It's not the worst movie, not the best. You know how it is. It's got Richard Jenkins, who I recently saw in Dahmer there. Oh, fuck. Oof. Can you imagine being the father of fucking Dahmer there? Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. Phenomenal. But anyways, what we got here? Janine Hootie Shell, of course, Amy Schumer, Beanie Feldstein, who is Jonah Hill's sister, Stephen Yen. I think it's Yoon. There we go. June Squibb. Good little movie, good little cat. It's all right. It's got some good laughs. It's all right. I'd check it out just for shits and gigs. Why not? And that... nope, there's more. Of course, she was on Saturday Night Live. She just hosted Saturday Night Live. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. And she's recently just... I think the second season is coming soon, but she finished up the first season a while ago of Life and Beth, which is a new TV series starring Amy. And I got to say, this is a pretty good show. Again, it's not a sketch show. It's not... it's almost like I'm like I don't want to say it's her character from Trainwreck, but it's I mean there's a couple things there, kind of relating to that, but at the same time it's just her, dealing with life and trying to find a good guy, and I don't know. Apparently Michael Cera seems to be the the dude for the job there. He's actually pretty good in it. I haven't seen that guy in something in a while. I don't know what happened to him, but. As I say here, after an unexpected incident, Beth starts having flashbacks to her teen self and learns how she became who she is and who she wants to become. This is a very good show. I mean, it has a rating of 6.7 out of 10. I think we can bump it up a little bit more. It's on Hulu there. Very good show. I enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. Very nice show. Shows more of her, serious side, sensitive side, to Amy, I think Amy can act, man. A lot of people give her shit about that, but, she's always the same person, blah, 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 or she's always telling raunchy jokes and all that, but this is more of a, serious side, so, I don't know. I like it, and like I said, Michael Cera does a pretty good job here. Michael Rappaport, he's great in it. He's, he does a really good job, too. I'm going to fuck up her name. Yamanika Saunders. Very funny. Violet Young. Laura Benanti. Grace Power. Robert Lee Harvey. Good little cast of people, guys. Very, very good cast. So, yeah. I would check it out. If you're a fan of Amy Schumer, you want to see her in something a little bit more serious. I mean, still, the jokes are there, obviously, but... I would definitely check it out. It's a good little show. And I'm glad it's coming back for a second season. Only Murders in the Building. Okay, so this is a great show. I mean, the last two seasons have been great. It's great to see, Martin Short and Steve Martin team up again. Selena Gomez, she's great in it too. By the way, just as a side note, I want to say that I saw a thing about her dealing with all these years about the bipolarism. I didn't know that about her. But it's again, it takes a lot of balls to admit that and. Just say, hey, I've had my problems, struggles, and all that, but it's cool that she can admit that. So, and again, it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be obsessed over, in the public, because how people are online and they'll just rip you apart for no fucking reason because they got no lives of their own. But I just want to salute her and give her props for riding through it. So I think that's awesome. But this is a really good show. Three strangers who share an obsession with true crime suddenly find themselves caught up in one. So if you haven't been watching this show, it's a really good show. Good little cast of people. And 8.1 out of 10. Yeah, well deserved for sure. It looks like they're going to make another season, I think. I would definitely check this one out for sure. I mean, again, it's good to see the guys doing it again. Selena Gomez doing her thing, and Amy Schumer showed up just in the recent season here, and gave her 2 cents. So I think she just played herself. Yeah, she just played herself. So there you go. And it's funny that she mentioned the whole thing about elevators, because that's where most of her scenes are. So it's kind of funny. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know if they heard about that or something. They just decided to, make that the joke in the show, like when they put her in there. But it's a pretty good show, guys. So I would definitely check that one out for sure. One of the better comedy shows out there for sure. There's not that many out there, especially with the PC culture, looking over everybody's shoulders. You can't fucking say anything without offending somebody. But this is a very, it's got its violent parts because obviously it does deal with murder, but it's not like that. It's more comical, I guess, whatever. I mean, but for the most part, it really is a family show. I mean, in the sense. But again, Michael Rappaport's in this one too. He's doing a good job as well. But I love that guy. Did a podcast about him too. Check out those archives. But very good show. Check it out. Bros. Yes, I watched a little bit of this. It was okay. I mean, it got criticized, whatever, because it didn't make that much money at the box office. Basically, Bond, and people are saying, it's an anti-gay thing, or people don't want to go out and see comedies anymore. Well, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it's hard to make a comedy nowadays, and for people to not go out or to go out and see it. I mean, people nowadays, they want to either go out and, I don't know, they want to see a Marvel movie or, I don't know, for some reason, Top Gun Maverick. I don't know, go figure that one. But, I don't know, from what I saw, it was all right. It's not Judd Apatow's best, it's not his worst, but, it was an all right movie. I got to be honest, I didn't even realize Amy Schumer was in it. But, so, But yeah, it is true. I mean, a lot of people don't want to see comedies anymore, or at least go out in the theater. I mean, people just assume that these movies are just going to be, and that's the problem with, like, especially with COVID the last couple of years. It's just like, everybody just assumes, like, all these movies are going to be on online anyway. It's like, fuck it. Like, why should I, like, go out and see it? It's going to be online in, the next month anyway. I might as well wait. So, I don't know. For some reason, people still want to go out and see Top Gun. All right, whatever. The point is, So, if you want to check it out. And, of course, you have, obviously, you got Trainwreck, with Amy Schumer. That kind of, launched her into the next thing. But inside Amy Schumer, I got to say, first of all, I just want to say, the show was on for, what was it, like 4 or 5 seasons or something like that? I think on Comedy Central. And then, the whole thing happened where, she was getting criticized for stealing jokes and shit like that. And I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is a bad thing when a comic does get, slammed for stealing jokes. I mean, if everybody remembers that whole, what was his name? Carlos Mencia or whatever. And then the whole thing with Joe Rogan there, called him on it. And, that seems to be the most infamous one. But yeah, I mean, like she got ripped on for a long time, man. And again, like, I'm actually going to review with you guys, like, because somebody made a thing online here on YouTube about like comparing one clip, or to hers to, or like I think what happened before, and then what happened like on her show or stand up or whatever. So I'm gonna talk about that in a bit, but. All I'm gonna say is this: when they first structured the show on Comedy Central, it just came back recently, the last like month or two. The new season now it's on it's another stream. I forgot what it was, but yeah, it's still funny. I loved it. Like one of the main, I just like the way it was structured. I mean, she did a little stand up there. She would talk to people, in person live. She'd do the skits and talk to people on the street. Like it was a really well structured show. The one skit I remember specifically is I forgot what it was called, but it was basically making fun of 12 Angry Men. Now, if you don't know what the movie 12 Angry Men is, it's a great movie about some guys found he's not found guilty, but they think he's guilty, and then 11 people think he's guilty, except for one person. And that one person eventually turns everybody and, convinces everybody that this person's innocent. So the whole point of this sketch is that, everyone thinks that like Amy Schumer is not good looking. She's not dateable, all this. And, they just keep ripping on her. And the one person thinks she does. And like, I wish I could remember everybody that was in that sketch. I remember Nick DiPaolo, who I think is one of the funniest comedians of all time. I think he's really funny. He's got a podcast. You ever got the chance to check it out? The shit he did back in the day with Artie, like the Nick and Artie show there. I know it didn't work out, whatever. But I mean, it's still funny shit. I still listen to clips. His stand-up's great too. Like he's just the more angry guy, and he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about? She's not pretty at all. She's not, And like everyone's just like try to like just slowly, convincing her that she is dateable. She is like, whatever. But I thought it was done really well, and the whole episode was just one big skit. It was I mean, usually they have like different skits and all that, but that episode specifically was based on that scenario. So I thought it was really well done, and I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean, I just thought it was, I thought it was funny. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, a lot of people, think she talks too much about her vagina or whatever. And again, it's like, who cares, man? As long as it's funny, like, who gives a shit, like, what she talks about? Whatever you talk about on stage, it's cool with me. Just make it funny, In the end, you know what stand-up is, guys? I got news for you, okay? I've said this before. I'm going to keep saying it again. Stand-up comedy is basically, okay, you ready? It's basically telling the truth in a funny way, but do it with confidence. And that's it. That's stand-up, And again, I think a lot of people, like I said, especially men, are very threatened by a woman that, is in power, who can, present herself well on stage and just kill it. And I think that's where a lot of these haters come from. I don't think they can handle it. I really don't. And that's why I think a lot of the stuff on here just has a low rating. Like Trainwreck 6.2 out of 10. Come on, guys. It's a really funny movie with a lot of great ideas and really well written, good cast. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand. But again, I would like to talk about certain things that I have seen online about people comparing. Oh, okay, she's ripped off ideas or whatever. So I saw this a while ago, like when it first came out years ago. But I would like to discuss it more, and I want to give my 2 cents and let you guys know what I think. So. On YouTube, there's a thing called Amy Schumer's, in quotations, parallel thinking compilation. Okay, so it shows a whole bunch of stuff. It shows what one person did, and then it shows what Amy did. So the first one they show is a sketch from Mad TV. It says here, 2008, woman goes into the store and someone helped her, and now she has to describe what the person looks like. Okay, so In the Matt TV one, the woman's white, but she doesn't want to describe, the person being, a black person. Okay. Because then she'll look racist, whatever. Then it shows here on Inside Amy Schumer, 2013. Amy Schumer is kind of doing the same thing, I guess. Same thing it doesn't want to describe, So, I'm not going to lie to you. This is similar. This, and one was 2000, so it was about 5 years apart there. I don't know. First of all, let me just say this, okay? Again, obviously it's her show, it's her name on the title of the show. She could have, I don't know how many writers she has. She could have 20 writers. Nobody's going to get mentioned. You know what I mean? Like no one's going to get faulted there. It's all going to land on her. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to lie to you. This one, there does seem to be definitely some kind of similarity. It is what it is. I don't know. Who knows if it was her or if it was the writers. I don't know. It does seem a little similar. I'm not going to lie. But I don't know. What are you going to do? Producer O'Neill tells a joke. A great comedian, by the way. That's a guy we definitely lost way too soon. If you ever have the chance, I mentioned Colin there. Watch Tough Crowd. Again, that's a show that should have lasted longer, but he was always great on that. So he's telling a joke there, about the whole, what was it, the disappearing, during sex or whatever, like the peekaboo thing. And then Amy Schumer does kind of a similar joke, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, keep in mind, guys, too. There could be things where, again, I'm not trying to make excuses for anybody here, but I'm just saying, it does kind of, you know what? I'm going to keep it 100% real, okay? This is how, and sometimes it takes a while to think about it after, because then you think, oh shit, how come no one's ever thought of this? And then you think later on, you're like, oh yeah, someone did think of this. I was thinking of an idea, how to end a movie one time, right? Or just have a part in a movie. And, I was thinking to myself, I was thinking something similar to Jack Nicholson in Batman, where he's kind of where did they get a load of me? Kind of smiling there. But then I thought, how cool would it be if he smiled into the mirror and just kind of whatever. And then I thought to myself, that whatever, I don't think it's ever been done. And then I thought, not right after, but a little later, I'm like, oh fuck, that's fucking the ending of Psycho. You know what I mean? So obviously I eventually realized it, but sometimes you just think to yourself, shit, okay, I repeated the same idea, whatever. So I don't know. It happens. What are you going to do? It can't be every single person thinking the exact same thing, right? But it happens. I don't know what to tell you. But there's a comedian here, Kathleen Madigan. She did kind of a routine where, she's talking about Oprah's rich enough that she can literally have people slap the food out of her mouth. And then Amy Schumer did a similar thing where it's she talks about Slap Chef, where literally someone hires or gets hired to slap the food out of their mouth before they eat it so they can lose weight. And what's funny about this is I remember listening to a Joe Rogan podcast, and they were talking to I think one of the writers there, and even Joe Rogan made a good point. He said they did a Flintstone episode where. And even I forgot this, because the Flintstones is my favorite cartoon of all time, where Fred Flintstone wanted to go on a diet, and I forgot what it was called, Foods Anonymous or something. And then one guy, literally, as soon as Fred would eat a sandwich, I don't know, there'd be a fishing line or something that comes out of nowhere and just pulls the food out and just disappear. And the guy would be like, blah, 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 oh, Foods Anonymous, and Fred just died to eat something. So it's sort of the same concept, but again, it's one of those things where maybe you hear an idea and you kind of put your twist on it, or it just burns in your head, or maybe it's just, she thought of this too. It's possible. Yeah. Other people, you ever hear the saying, great minds think alike? Maybe this is one of these things. I don't know. But And then she had another thing where, like, can you exercise, while you're just sleeping or whatever? And then she comes up with the whole concept of someone putting her on the bike and actually moving her legs so she can work out while she sleeps. And but what's funny about that too is I recently just saw an episode of Rick and Morty, and keep in mind this was done in 2013, whatever, and later on, what was it? Yeah, just very recent, like 2022, where they have a thing where they end up like Rick and Morty. They have some invention where they're doing stomach crunches as they sleep, so they wake up with like fucking, like 12-pack abs. You know what I mean? So isn't that copying this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? I mean, like it's all similar ideas, but it's like, I mean, is it really stealing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like, some of these ideas are similar. I'll give you that. But I mean, to say that, like this is that she's stealing or the writers are stealing, it's like, I don't know. And then, this shit works too, right? I mean, like if one person accuses someone of something, then all of a sudden, 10, 20 people come out of nowhere. It's like, yeah, she did the same thing to me years ago. Oh, yeah, she pulled the same shit 10 years ago too. Blah, 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 blah. Like, why didn't you say anything then? Like, why are you saying it now when everyone's like piling on? I get it. Like with Bill Cosby, and all that. Yeah, obviously people got to speak up and, put that fucker in jail. But, with similar jokes, like, really? This is what it's come to, guys? Really? Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned, but I like it when the guy pays for sex. I mean that.
I'm very old school. I think the guy should always pay on the first date for sex. And
okay, so yeah, okay, this one she acknowledged that she, knew of Wendy Lieberman before. Well, some of them, I don't know. You got to go straight to the source. I wasn't there. I don't know. I do know this one though. Tammy Pescatelli, fellow Italian, of course. She said something in 2006 about dating a guy, and she can't really fix all this. Implying that he's just too messy, too fucked up. I can't deal with all this. And then in Trainwreck, there's a quick little thing where, like Amy Schumer says, to her sister there. It's cute. You get to just and you think you can fix this. I think shit like this is just overreaching. Okay, like she's the first woman to ever like say on a TV show or a movie saying, oh, you can't you were able to fix him, you were able to train him. I mean, this one is just clearly overreaching. Okay, this this is a perfect example of just like laying on something that's just. It's just too much, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think this one's bullshit. And even Tammy made a note on was it Jenny McCarthy's show? It was January 21st, 2016. She even said, I mean, like this has been talks for a while. Maybe she's stealing jokes or whatever. But like even Tammy said, look, I want her to do well, and I think a lot of people just want to trying to. Like put two people together, or just like put like people against one person and just trying to, I don't know, start shit where, I don't know, there's nothing really to start, I mean, you're trying to make mountain out of a mole, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. I think a lot of people can see that. Now they got a thing here where Mark Maron, he's talking about, in his special 2015, that everybody gets a hot load on them, cum all over them, covered in cum, no shit, we all know that. Take a blue light to a fucking hotel room. Holy shit. And then Amy Schumer did a similar joke, she's been come on or whatever. Yeah, but the same year, 2015. So, I don't know. Like, has no one ever used the joke, oh, they've got cum on them or whatever? I don't know. I mean, I love Mark Maron. Don't get me wrong. It is similar, and it is weird that it is the same year, but I don't know. I think this one is just a coincidence. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. What stand-up comedian doesn't talk about cum? I mean, fuck. It's like, I don't know. It's in the stand-up Bible. Come on. The pages are stuck together. No, I'm just kidding. Now, John Mulaney in one of his specials in 2009. I think he's very funny. It's weird seeing him in a hoodie because I'm just so used to him like wearing suits all the time. But yeah, very funny dude. You know, he talks about oh yeah, when you reach a certain point in drinking, you just your brain goes to sleep and whatever. And then Amy Schumer kind of did something similar a year later, where you're going out and then your brain's like asleep but then awake at the same time. I don't know, whatever. I'm doing this bad. The point is it's similar, but it's not. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's not like she's saying this word for word. Like if you said it word for word, okay, then you could say something. You know what I mean? But but that's the problem though. Like I don't know if a lot of times Amy Schumer like writes her own shit, or she gets like she's got some writers and stuff. I mean, obviously she's got writers on her show. We all know that. I mean, every sketch show has numerous writers, of course. But I don't know. This one, I don't know. I don't know. It's similar, but is it stolen? I don't know. I don't think so. There's a comedian called Kyle Cease. 2006, he put on an album. And he's talking about Mary Povich there, and yeah, and then Amy Schumer does something. I don't know. See, again, I know it's similar. I mean, it's the same. Like who hasn't made fun of Mary Povich? I mean, I was drinking with my buddies a few days ago, and I was like, "You are not the father," and doing a funny dance, to fucking Outcast, and who doesn't make fun of Povich there? I mean, come on. Now there's another one done by, doesn't say her name, just says Obvious Child. That's not her name. But I remember her. She was on Saturday Night Live for a bit. Yeah, and then she did a joke, about the panties look like cream cheese, and then there's another one with Amy Schumer. Never had a clean pair of panties, always looks bad, and jeez, I'm getting hungry. But the point is, I mean, do guys not talk about messing up their shit? Our underwear. Women talk about messing up their, underwear. It's similar, but I don't know. I don't consider this a ripoff. I don't. I think it's similar topics. I'll give you that, but I don't know. Is it the same thing? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. Okay, now this one might need a little bit more of an explanation. I don't know where this is from, but it just says reasons not to date a magician. I just assume someone put this online as a skit or whatever. So the one guy here, he is about to have sex with a woman, and he takes the condom and makes a dog out of it, and then it shows inside Amy Schumer. That was done a year later. I mean, the difference is the one guy seems to be Chinese, and the first one, the Amy Schumer, seems to be kind of a Chris Angel kind of thing going here. And he does the exact same thing. Then it cuts back to the reason not to date a magician, 2013, and then he does the tissue trick, the endless, thing there, whatever, and then it cuts back to Amy Schumer, and it does the exact same thing. So. Yeah. I mean, it's literally in the exact same order. I mean, the only real difference is both magicians look different. Yeah. So I'm kind of seeing a pattern here where it seems like the show seems to get more criticism than. I mean, obviously your stand-up does too, but I don't know, that I just see some maybe coincidences there. But again, the show, I mean, who knows, like who wrote this or whatever, but I don't know. It seems to be more questions are for plagiarizing skits in the show than it is their actual comedy. The classic 2 girls, 1 cup. Now, Obviously, someone made the skit here was a moments before Cup Chicks College Humor. Okay, yeah, I've seen some of that content over the years. 2008. Now, for those of you who don't know what one of the oldest jokes in the book are, is it's two girls, one of them shits in a cup, blah, 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 blah. You know where this is going. Okay, so they did that in 2008, College Humor, then 2013. Amy just calls it Two Girls, One Cup. And yeah, I'm not going to lie to you, it is similar. But I've heard this joke for a while. I mean, this is like an old joke, you know what I mean? So I don't know, they wanted to do their own thing when I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It's like one person doing like Why the Chicken Crossed the Road, and then years later someone else doing the same joke. You know what I mean? Like it's an old joke. I mean, it's, you know, like I'm not trying to take it away from College Humor or nothing, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, was it originally their idea? Like I don't know. I don't think it was. I think I heard it like way before. I don't know. Like it's old. Like it's an old porn joke, isn't it? But anyways. There's another one about there's a secret policeman's ball where you know, people are purchasing guns, you know, on the was it the QVC whatever. And then Inside Amy Schumer did it as a season 4, 2016. So like almost eight years later. And again, yeah, there's similarities to this. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Again, like I said, guys, I'm seeing a pattern here with the shows. So. I don't know, it seems to be definitely more of a Inside Amy Schumer problem than it is their actual stand-up.
A number of comedians accuse Amy Schumer of stealing their material, but she insists it's untrue and even plans to take a polygraph.
I'm literally going to take a polygraph test and put it on my show this season.
Okay, so obviously you heard what Steve Harvey said. Amy Schumer is going to take a test, and then it shows up here. Out of the 9 episodes in season 4, none of them contained a polygraph segment. Okay, well, first of all, I'll just say this to Amy. Okay, first of all, never agree to a polygraph. Okay, that's that's never a good idea. I'm not saying that, you know, whatever would come out, you know, negative, positive, whatever. I'm just saying, don't promise nothing, especially in Hollywood, because then they expect you to do it, and you know, online trolls will fucking eat you alive. And yeah, so she didn't end up doing that, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have just have said anything. Okay, like in the end, people want to accuse you of fucking everything. Let them. What are you gonna do? And they did another thing here where in the league, they did a whole thing there about betting and you know, just you know, they bet on certain shit. It's actually a pretty funny show. It's got a good cast of characters. But that was done in October 2015. And then on Inside Amy Schumer season 4, 2016, they did a sketch where they had 4 football players. Don't ask me their names. I think one of them is was it the Gronk guy, and then the one guy there that I think Kelly Ripa got fired or whatever. I don't know. I forgot his name. But anyways, I don't know. I guess Ryan Seacrest is a safe bet. Anyways, they did a thing where they bet on like it was reversed. The football players instead bet on, you know, people going to the bar and them fucking up or whatever. And again, I think they're overreaching on this one. I don't know. I mean, they try to do another thing where, you know, the guys again, you know, were, you know, whatever, talking on the couch, different ideas and trying to compare it to that. I don't see it. I don't know. I don't know. And then even it shows here a tweet that Amy Schumer put out. I'm very proud of this one. I wrote and directed it. Well, you should be. I don't know. Like, again, I think whoever made this, I mean, clearly hates Amy Schumer, and it's pretty obvious. But yeah, I think you're just overreaching, man. Then they show a clip here of the voice of Mike Lawrence, writer for Inside Amy Schumer, just talking about how the hours would be 12 to 4. They got 4 hours to write, and they can write the stuff at home. And I got to be honest with you, I don't even know why they even included this clip. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are they implying that, I don't know, they don't have enough time to write or something, or I mean, usually I don't know, they have more time. I would assume, but at the same, look, why are you putting this? You know what I mean? Like I don't know, what are you trying to prove? I mean, you come up with a good idea. You can come up with a good idea in like 10 minutes. Who knows? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Again, I think they're just trying to make her look bad. And there's a comedy show with the comedian Dylan Morgan. How he talks about how he'll sleep with someone and like they'll form a crucifix or a swastika, and then 4 years later, Amy Schumer does her special, 2010, and that also refers to the term swastika. So, okay, well, they both use the same word. I don't know. And they played a clip on again with Steve Harvey there. Julia Gold, very funny comedian. I remember when she was on Drew Carey's show for a bit. But anyways, yeah, she just says, listen, when you come up really fast in this business, you got to come up with ideas really fast, and a lot of times you don't know where they come from. So yeah, I mean, but the problem is in this day and age, I mean, yeah, you could hear something really funny, and then you're like, oh shit, maybe it came from somewhere else, and like you got to ask these questions now to yourself. You know what I mean? So, So, I mentioned Kevin Nealon before. Love him. He had a special out in 2009, Now Hear Me Out, live from Hollywood. He basically just, says, look, I don't see color. I went out with a, Chinese woman, and, I didn't know she was Chinese. I just thought she was really tired. And racist but funny. I don't care. I don't live in the PC world. So, 2010 comes. Amy Schumer does kind of a similar thing there, and then at the end, she says, I thought she was really tired, referring to one of her friends. I mean, it can't be the first time that someone has ever said that joke. And again, I'm not even accusing Kevin Nealon of never. I mean, maybe Kevin Nealon heard about it before, but I mean, come on, I'm growing up in the 90s, man, especially the 80s comedies and all that. I mean, come on. have we never heard some kind of Asian jokes, about the eyes and tired, or, whatever. I don't want to get in too deep here, but the point is, I mean, this could be just a coincidence. Just saying. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to play this one and see what you guys think.
But now, there's millions of joke police just sitting at their computers waiting for a comic to slip up. At the moment, they have Amy Schumer's head on the chopping block for a few jokes and sketches and her movie. My Babe Ruth bit was in Trainwreck. Who cares? Just words. We'll put an asterisk next to Barry Bonds' name, sure. As soon as we put one next to Babe Ruth's name. Getting to break records before black people were allowed to play? Excuse me? Where is that asterisk? People talk about that. I'd love to know how many homers the Babe would have been had Cece been throwing 92-mile-an-hour sliders. Yeah, maybe the fat boy would have put the cigar down and quit pointing had Jose been allowed to swim 90 miles to throw him a junk ball.
Babe Ruth was a superhero. He was a Superman.
Easy to be a Superman when you never played against a black guy your whole life.
What does white-black got to do with it?
Every 12-year-old kid in the Dominican Republic right now can probably beat Babe Ruth.
Blah, 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 blah,
We're
blah.
1947. It's one big ass
Blah.
twist.
It's not like she's stolen hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of merchandise. But she has? All right, that's a matter for the real police. The point is...
Okay, well, one thing is clear, that Tosh here is clearly not angry. Yeah, so... Okay, so now it's kind of bleeding into her movies now. Before it was Stand-Up, then the show, and now the movie itself, Trainwreck, that whole scene, which I thought was pretty funny. I mean, I don't know. I heard about the Tosh thing afterwards, so... I mean, again, I'm not making excuses here, but first of all, I mean, whoever came up with this joke, okay, it is pretty true. I mean, Babe Ruth definitely did have an advantage there. But again, I mean, is like, who wrote this? Like was it one of the writers? Is this, is this something that Amy's father actually said? I mean, I don't know. You got me on this one. And again, I don't know. They're talking about her stealing, grand larceny, and sister. I don't know. It just seems like whoever made this is really just overreaching. Like, I mean, like one of the last ones here is shows Ellen DeGeneres doing stand up in 2003. Is popcorn is it really that necessary to eat that much at a time and pig out? Then Amy Schumer's on Ellen 2015 talking about the same thing. So I just assume that, I mean, obviously Ellen knows her own joke and Amy is a fan of Ellen. So like, I just assume they're, just reminiscing on her joke. And I don't know, it's just weird how all these people are just overreaching. So I don't know. I mean, like for the most part, it just seems like the show seems to be the problem with plagiarism, maybe. So again, she may not be writing these jokes. It might be her team of writers. So I don't know. I mean, my best advice to Amy is just, I don't know, do a quick check online if someone submits something and I don't know, see if someone's got something similar out there so you don't get in shit. I mean, just recently on Saturday Night Live, they had Miles Teller do that skit about the Charmin bears and I don't know, he doesn't want to sell toilet paper anymore. He wants to go to school, and they're all dressed up as the bears. And then some guy came out with a cartoon before that, and people were telling him, oh, they ripped off your shit. And I mean, it seems similar, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, this is the world we live in, where it's like, if you think of something, I mean, I don't know, it could be a movie idea, a TV show, even a simple sketch. I mean, you got to go on YouTube and, I don't know, go down the rabbit hole and see how far it goes and see if somebody else came up with the idea or something similar, or somebody will give you shit afterwards. I mean, who knows? But again, like I said, guys, this is the world we live in. So, and it took a hit for a while, like Amy Schumer's career for a bit. I mean, for a while, she was getting hit with all this, and she lost the show with Comedy Central there, but she got it back with, I think it's Hulu or Apple or whatever, and I'm glad she's back on it and she's doing her own thing. So that's good. I mean, okay, you had to take a break a little while there, whatever. But you know what? You still got your show and you're still killing it. So, but I'm sure. I mean, I guarantee you now that I don't know if writers got fired, more people got hired, do checks, who knows? But I'm sure they're going through these sketches with a fine tooth comb right now, and so they don't want to get accused of this shit again. So. And I'm not even saying that, she did all this or the team did this, whatever. But, like I said, like we're living in a world where people are just dying to sue someone else for whatever. And I don't know, or blame someone for that. I mean, it's sad to say that, I mean, when you're a stand-up comedian just starting out, you don't have a lot. So if someone steals your shit, it's, it's not good, So, I mean, there's no winners in this, you know what I mean? So, but yeah. My best advice to Amy and the team there, just go through everything, very carefully. So, so nobody can accuse you of shit. In the end, it's yours, and make people laugh, and that's it. Now, speaking of Saturday Night Live, she just recently hosted, and I don't know, I thought it was a pretty good show. Just before, though, the show, her 3-year-old was hospitalized with RSV. And I think he's doing good now. And but it just happened, I think right before the show or something. So, geez, I mean, you can't imagine what she was going through there. But, I mean, she was still able to pull through and give a really good show. So the first sketch there was about Biden. It was all right. Making fun of everybody possibly running. I mean, if Tekashi 6ix9ine runs for president, forget it. We're all doomed. But anyways, it was all right. I give it a 6.5 out of 10. And the monologue, was good too. I was just counting up the amount of cast members. It's 11 official cast members, starters, and then there is 6 features. So I think from last season they lost 8 people or something, and it's crazy. So, but yeah, good little monologue there. Just her doing her stand up. I mean, most comedians when they host Saturday Night Live. I mean, in the opening there, they just, do a little stand-up there, talking about the whole anti-Semitism that's coming, or it's going along in the past, a couple of days there with, or weeks, whatever, with Kanye and Kyrie Irving, and, oh, Jesus, it's just crazy. But, yeah, it was good, talking about sex is always good, She was making a joke about him having her husband having autism, and is he does he have autism, or is he just being a man? I don't know. I thought that was funny, but yeah, good little thing there. I give it a 7 out of 10. And the next sketch is just her trying to eat a bowl of soup, and her friend is just is hit with the worst news. And of course, once you see somebody in pain and hurt with bad news, you can't eat soup. I mean, but she really wants to, and then all of a sudden, Kenan Thompson there, I don't know, he shows up singing, and I don't know, he looked like a chubby Milli Vanilli, and I don't know, but it was funny. I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. So I give it a 6.5. The next skit is just a little short about, if you want to get off work, just get COVID, and then you'll be free for 10 days. And I thought it was pretty funny what they did here. I thought it was pretty good. Usually, these shorts are pretty good. Quick, simple, to the point. I give it a 7.5. And the next skit is just shows the jury getting way too involved in the whole process here. But I'll say this. If you watch this sketch, in the background, the top right juror, who's not a cast member, just in the background there, the whole time this guy has his eyebrow raised, like the whole time. And then the guy below him is like looking right into the camera, like with like deadpan eyes, and it's really distracting but funny at the same time. So between that and I don't know, Amy and the gang there doing their thing, I thought it was pretty funny. So and of course, Amy accidentally eats the evidence there or whatever, and they realize, the knife isn't sharp enough for the meat, so he couldn't have done the crime, and that was good. And then they had a drawing at the end there. For some reason, the one guy looked like Katie Lang. I don't know why, but I give it a 7 out of 10. And then the next skit, they're talking about Twitter and something about Amy being an A-bot. I don't know. I didn't really catch it, to be honest with you, but... And then there's a black Twitter. I mean, Jesus, is okay. $8 for black Twitter? Fuck, yeah. No. Black people are not going to pay $8 for black Twitter. But it was okay. I give it 6 out of 10. The next skit is some Netflix show, The Looker, and they're making fun of that. And I don't know, somebody, just keeping an eye on them, whatever. And at the end, you get to see Amy Schumer just getting her rocks off from that one show with the two brothers. I don't know, they fix houses, whatever. So it was okay. I give it 6 out of 10. And then, of course, they did the news, talking about Trump and everybody being, I don't know, an anti-Semite. And it's just, I don't know, it's... And then all of a sudden, there's a person talking about abortion who's a trucker. I don't know. It was weird. But the point is, the news always delivers good jokes. 8 out of 10. And then, of course, they got to have a skit about the Jets. And if you ever met a Jet fan, I think they call them the Jets because it's just a very short word, 4-letter word, and it's one syllable. It's very easy to say, I guess. And they're making fun of everybody: pregnant women, kids, handicap. It's your typical Jet fan shit. So 6.5. Next skit is, of course, we're talking about the period, which I did mention before. Amy likes to talk about, and you gotta have good protection. So biblical proportion size. I thought that was funny. Good little sketch, 7 out of 10. And they did some kind of news thing where it's something to do with hillbillies. I don't know. I didn't find it funny. Not really. So I give it 5 out of 10. Next sketch, they're talking about Uno, and The guy had to go to therapy for big penis therapy. I give it a 6 out of 10. I think the penis was bigger though. And then the last sketch was Big Dumb Hat. Listen, if I can find a Pharrell Mountie hat that actually has an oven in it and can make me pizza, I'm there. So that's pretty awesome. Yeah, 7 out of 10. I thought that was funny. And then at the end there, they're saying goodbye, and Amy Schumer has a shirt that says "Love Jews." Of course, we all should. We should all love everybody, man. I mean, it's just all this hate in the world for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. Oh, I missed the 2 performances by what was his name, Steve Lacy. I never heard of him. I'm not gonna lie, but if I don't know if Stevie Wonder and Rick James had a kid, there you go. Leather pants are still in style. The weird thing is, you look at this guy, and I've never seen this on a human being. Like, he's got a mustache, but it looks like he has a big mustache that's faded, and on top of that, it's a little mustache. I don't know. You got to check it out. It's pretty trippy, but he kind of sounds like Stevie Wonder. I thought the first song was better than the second one, but yeah, good little performance. I would check it out. And Amy Schumer did a good job hosting. Of course she does. She does a good job in her sketch show. Why wouldn't she do a good job in Saturday Night Live? From what I see in her comedy specials, she does a good job. I don't know how to tell you guys. I mean, I'll say it before and I'll say it again. I think people are very threatened by a powerful woman, and again, it's 2022. You got to get over it, okay? Especially the guys out there. I mean, don't you want like a good, powerful woman in your life? Someone who is smart and good looking and, is funny, that can take care of their own. I mean, I don't know, like I was reading off the 2-part there on YouTube there of her allegedly stealing stuff. I mean, I think for the most part, I mean, like I said, keep an eye on the writers on the show. Maybe they hear something, maybe they make it their own, whatever. But I think for the most part, they're just stretching it. And, I think a lot of people are just threatened by, a woman that could do it all. And, one of the women that is absolutely still leading the pack after all these years is absolutely Amy Schumer.
All right, I only have time for one more question, and please make it good. What? Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I did. He asked if I stole those jokes. Yes, I didn't know that anyone had ever talked about the difference between men and